Well, my name's Stephen De Bono, and I've been interested in vintage and classic cars for the majority of my life, like a lot of people from the mid and early teens. This particular car I've had now for 41 years. It was the first car I purchased and restored it. Didn't look like this 41 years ago, but it's come up to be a very handsome vehicle. It's a 1958 300D Mercedes, a W189, commonly referred to as an Adenauer Mercedes. It was called an Adenauer after Konrad Adenauer, who was the first Chancellor of post-World War II Germany. And during his tenure as Chancellor, he had 6 of them in total, ranging from the first 300s to the last ones, the 300Ds. The D is a pillarless model. All the previous 300s had pillars. This was a larger wheelbase. It was the last of Mercedes-Benz to have a chassis. All Mercedes-Benz post this were monocoque constructions. This particular car was delivered to Australia new. It was a right-hand drive. As I mentioned, I've had it for 41 odd years.
Did you have to do much to maintain it?
Oh yes, the car's been completely reupholstered, recarpeted, the timber, the paintwork, the bright work. A tremendous number of hours. Thank you, very kind of you to say so.
Do you have others, or is this your pride and passion?
I do have other vehicles, but this is certainly it is my favourite. It's sort of sentimentally attached to it. They vary in price. You can pick them up in the mid 30s or 40s in bad condition, and in Europe and Americas they're demanding 6 figures. Yes, they made 65 convertibles, which are very desirable.
How would you like to drive?
Lovely. It's a heavy car. It's just under 2 tons, as you can appreciate. This morning, driving here at 6:30, it was just right temperature, just gargling on the road, little traffic, glorious. It's heavy on the road, has tremendous torque, designed for the autobahns, open freeways, and has a lot of pulling power. It's a petrol car, 3 litre, fuel injected. The Mercedes-Benz Club, by which I'm a member, I joined that some 40 odd years ago as well with this car. The club's grown over the years. It boasts well over 600-700 members now. The original club was a far smaller club. It's certainly expanded a lot more to wonderful extravaganzas such as this, and marrying it with the other German marques, Volkswagen, Audi, BMW, Porsche.
We wouldn't be able to have shows if we didn't have
The club promotes the preservation, the interest, and the community of people who are interested in Mercedes in particular, obviously.
So this car is worth $350,000, and it's out of one of 24 cars in Australia. It's really rare to get, and it's 300 exhaust power, and it's an M4 GTS. I've had it for 2 years now. Paid a lot of money just to get the cage inside the car. What I like most about it is the color and how fast it is, like the speed.
How fast is it?
Really, really fast. It goes to 300 exhaust power, so it's really, really quick. Yeah. Sorry?
Insurance, what does that cost?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. I don't think. Sorry. But it's a lot of money for this car, yeah.
What would be the value of the car?
Sorry?
What would be the value of this car?
So this car would actually cost around this car is worth around 300,000 and 315,000. But I paid more because like the motor. So my name's Shaquana.
My name's Yasmin. I've got a 996 911 Carrera cab here. I've had the car for 16.5 years. So she comes from Porsche Centre, Sydney South. Absolutely love my car, love the Porsche mark. It's the best brand to me. So I do a lot of drives with the club. I've done a lot of driver training with Porsche. Do the motorsport motorcanas with the club. We're going to Tasmania in a couple of weeks, so looking forward to that. There's about 30 of us, 30 cars going. Love Finland, driving on ice in Finland as well. Yeah, and just love anything with cars and Porsches. Smiles. Actually, the first time I got the car, it was hilarious. The car was 3 weeks old, and as I'm turning around to a set of lights, like a twin car next to me, exactly the same, roof down, silver, and we pull up at the lights, and I said, "Nice car," and he went, "Oh yeah, it's new," and I said, "Yeah, so's mine." He said, "Mine's 3 days old." I said, "Yeah, mine's 3 weeks old." I went, "Cool. Where'd you get it?" And I said, "Oh, Sydney South." Anyway, I won't go into that, but it was really funny. But anyway, no, I love it. I got a lot when I first got it, and I probably still get it now because I'm like the Cheshire Cat when I drive it. I love it just as much today as I did 16 and a half years ago. But I do get a lot of kind of people that, you know, thumbs up with the roof down. I think people still love convertibles. Yeah. Nothing like going topless. I love it. Yeah, she's a great car, and I really, you know, I know my car, so I think it helps with your driving as well, when you know your car as well as this too. So I highly recommend them.
How you going? My name's Steve. I own a 1963 left-hand drive Beetle. I bought it 12 months ago. Probably 25,000.
Have you had much work done to it?
No, not really. Just needed a good tune when I bought it. And yeah, mate, I haven't touched anything. One, I haven't got the time to play around the cars with too many kids, so wanted to buy a car that I didn't have to work on.
What's this thing on the window?
That's my air conditioner. So it's it's called a swamp cooler or a thermidor. This one's a 12 volt one. So put cold icy water in here. There's like a sponge in there that soaks up the water. Air pushes through, evaporative, goes into the cabin.
Does it work well?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen one before. Have they been around a while?
Yeah, it's an American thing.
Right.
Yeah, and because it's left-hand drive, I don't think there's many full right-hand drive cars.
Right. And, you haven't done an awful lot to the paintwork, I think?
No, it's finished.
Huh?
It's finished. People ask when it's going to get sprayed, but yeah, it's finished.
You get a lot of admirers?
I have been, yeah.
Are you enjoying the show?
I am. Yeah, this is my second year here. Second time the car's been here. So yeah, it's a good variety of cars.
My name's Mark. I own a 2011 325i. Joined the club a couple of months ago. My first car, my first BMW, and I love it. Fit everything I want to fit in it, but still good enough for me to drive by myself.
Well, this is the Volkswagen food truck. It's a 1976 Mark II VW Combi, and Karl-Heinz and Pascal are serving all the hungry customers at the German Autofest delicious bratwurst, Kransky, sauerkraut, and chili and cheese Kransky. So Pascal sourced the truck in Sydney, and he had it converted up at the Central Coast into a food truck, lifting the roof and putting in the neon sign and having the professional kitchen, putting the professional kitchen in, and all of that work took about 8 months. He's been running the business for 3 years now with his business partner, who's a school friend, who's called Bo. And they've had the trucks. They got the first truck about 2 years ago. This is the second truck. The first truck is a year older. The trucks have names. The first one's called Liesel. This one's called Lotte. They have nice German names, and they have slightly different artwork, slightly different paintwork. He's actually a self-taught mechanic now. So any problem he has, he watches the YouTube video and works out how to fix it. So it's been a fantastic learning process as well. Wherever they go with the trucks, people are filming and people are taking photos, posting them on Instagram and on Facebook, which is obviously great advertising. And so if they search Volkswagen on the internet, or if they search them on Instagram or Facebook, they'll find, but if they forget the name and they just Google best German catering in Sydney, they will usually come up on that. So a lot of the business is found on the internet, a lot of the business is word of mouth, and Facebook recommendations, Instagram recommendations, and they've got a great story on Instagram. It's if you just look for Volkswagen on Instagram, they've got a great story.